Hi, it's Louise. It is 1 week post-op microdisectomy of L5S1, 1.1 centimetre disc extrusion, and I also had a bulging disc canal stenosis at L4-5. Well, I had my operation 1 week ago, and I am feeling a lot less groggy than I did then. I'm feeling quite a lot better, to be honest. I wrote some notes down so I remember everything that I've got to say. So, like I said, it's 1 week post-op. From day 3 video, I'm able to walk a bit more. Now started doing my post-operative exercises twice a day. I'm building that up, so next week when it's 2 weeks post-op I'll be doing them 3 times a day. I'm trying to build them up slowly so it's not too much impact on my back and it doesn't set me back or make me re-herniate on my disc. I also took my first walk outside yesterday. It's been a bit like cabin fever in the house, in my bedroom. Yeah, it does get a bit boring when all you can do is go for a little walk around the house and lie on the bed and do your exercises, stretches, the ones that obviously you're given after your operation. It does get a bit boring. So I have got some tips, which I'll say at the end, to give you from what I've learnt, after I've obviously gone over how I'm doing right now to help other people. So, I have been trying my best to eat healthy. It is going quite well, although I don't know if it's the meds that I'm on, the stronger medication, but I seem to have a bit of a fascination with eating chocolate at the moment. I know it's not the monthly woman thing because that's been and gone, so it must be the tablets. But I am trying not to eat much of that, although I have eaten a little bit of it. I'm trying to eat fruit, veg, proper cooked meals. There's hardly anything that I eat that's, you know, frozen, that's a ready meal, so to speak. It's all usually cooked properly from scratch. I've got good family and friends around me. My mother's been looking after me. My boys have been doing their bits as well, my children. So I have quite a good support network around me. So they just try to stop me from being bored, and I've got into a nightly routine now where my children come in my room after tea and we watch a box set together. So that also gives my mother a break from looking after me and my 2 children too. So like I said, I've been building up my exercises, the post-operative ones, to strengthen the core. I went for a walk yesterday, which I've already said, walking more around the house. Still using my Zimmer frame to push myself off the bed, sit on the bed, the toilet. I try to sit down now to have a meal. I can sit maximum for 10 minutes now, so it has come along. You know, after 5 minutes. So 10 minutes is pretty good, seeing as before I had the ARP I wasn't even able to sit. I could drive, but I couldn't sit. I know that's probably like the same thing, but maybe it's got something to do with the heated car seat, I'm not sure. Also, which I think I mentioned on the previous video, I wear some sexy support stockings, the ones that come up to your knee. I have to wear them every day for 6 weeks, so I've got 5 weeks left of wearing them. I've got a pair of black ones and a pair of green ones from the hospital. The black ones I brought them myself. I can't say they're fetching, and it's a right pain to get on and off, because obviously the compression stockings and they hurt when you try to put them on and take them off. Showering I got a lot easier, managing to do that quite quickly now, which I haven't been able to do that for months. I went to the doctor's today. My cut, which I thought was only 2 to 3 inches, it's not, it's a lot bigger than that. It is 4 to 5 inches. It's at the nick of where my bum cheeks are, all the way up halfway, or 3/4 of the way up my tattoo. It's a very big cut. I didn't expect it to be that big. And at the bottom they've like glued it, so I've got like this little, I don't know what you call it really, this bit of turned over flesh. It doesn't look pretty, but I guess that's what you have to do if you want to recover. So I had the strips taken off. I had the dissolvable stitches, and I've got a stitch at the top that will hopefully fall off naturally, but it's big enough to get your finger in, so I have to keep my dressing on now for another week. And if this stitch hasn't gone on its own, come off on its own, then I've got to go back to the doctors and they'll have to take it out, because obviously if I pull it, I may cause a lot of damage to my skin. So that's the shower bit. I'm taking my tablets for the toilet issues, which I'll be glad once I'm off the medication, to be honest. What else? Yeah, bandaged up for another week, which I've already said. I would say my leg pain now, I'm still having a bit of leg pain. But I think it's because the nerve's settling down, the sciatic nerve. But I would say the pain now in my leg is probably 2 out of 10 at the maximum. I still get some twinges, but it's not like it was. It's hard to describe it really. I think it's basically recovering from being compressed for that long. And at the moment, well, I can't reach my feet, obviously, and I won't be able to stretch for another 5 weeks, but I don't think I have any tingling and numbness in my leg, although obviously I've not felt it, and I've got my stockings covering up my lower legs. That's where the numbness and tingling was before. But I'll maybe have to update with that in my next video. So all seems to be going well on that front. I'm actually able to walk properly now. This morning though, I did try to do things a bit too fast. It was a kind of thing where my head was telling my body to do one thing and my body wasn't listening and did it fast, and then I ended up in more pain, which is not very good. So then I slowed down again, but I would say that my walking now is becoming faster. Rather than a shuffle, it's progressed on to more of a slow walk, which I'm very pleased about. I do say a lot. I don't know why. Maybe it's just I'm not used to the YouTube videos. Incision pain, I would say, before I had the strips off early this morning, I would say that the pain in my incision was probably a 5 out of 10. But obviously it's manageable with the pain meds. But since I've had the strips off this morning, it's probably gone up to a 6 out of 10. I've got to phone my nurse later on today to see if I need to go back to the doctors to have the strips put back on, because we had a look under the plaster because I was getting a bit of soreness when I was lying down, and there looks like there's like this little grate, like it's separating where it's not meant to, whereas the strips were keeping it together. To me, it looks like it's separating, because obviously I took a photo of it. Well, I didn't, my mother did. So I've got to wait for that to see if I need to go back to the doctors to have the strips put on or not, because obviously I don't want a gaping scar on my back and it's got like an indent in it if it's not meant to be like that. With regards to the sexy support stockings, I've still got to wear them for 6 weeks. I spoke to my nurse at the hospital today, because obviously I was worried about these strips coming off in regards to the cut incision. It doesn't matter how much walking I do, my exercises, I still have to keep these stockings on for another 5 weeks. So I'm not too chuffed about that, but never mind. At least they're not these full length stockings, because there's no way I'd be able to wear them for that amount of time. When I spoke to my nurse also this morning, I can maybe return to work 6 to 8 weeks time. So now it'll probably be between 5 and 7 weeks. But my plan is to, maybe in another week or two, I'm going to start some courses to help make me more employable within my career. Believe it or not, even though I'm not that confident on a YouTube channel, I am actually a tutor. I tutor in different areas, qualifications up to foundation degree, so level 5. Anyway, enough about that. But that's what I do. I'm normally more confident than this. I still have my bulging disc at L4-5, but I was told by my surgeon, obviously it was all a bit, it was a bit blurry, because obviously I'd not come out of theatre long, my operation, and the meds that I'd been put on, the new ones, the short tech, obviously they needed time to get into my body. So I wasn't quite with it, and I couldn't remember everything that he said. But obviously within the operation and the 4 to 5 inch cut, they did look at the L5, the L4-5 bulging disc, and he told me that it wasn't compressing any nerves. So obviously I've got a bit of a worry about that disc, because I don't want that one to end up being herniated, coming out of its sac, because I don't want to go through this hell again, no way. So what I've learned is that eating healthy, doing paced exercise, stretches, not putting too much impact on your body, the bulging disc may go back to being normal. And they did not want to touch this disc, because basically if it's not fixed, you know, you can't, if it's not broken, don't fix it, basically. So I'm hoping it goes back. I don't want that one. I don't want to have problems with that one, because I've already got a 4 to 5 inch scar appearing from the incision on my back. The surgeon managed to stitch my tattoo together quite well. But I wasn't that fussed about the tattoo. All I wanted was to be out of pain. So I'm quite impressed with their stitching techniques. So the tips that I have got from obviously going through all of this, if you are given the opportunity to have nerve root blocks, I know I've repeated this before in my videos, go for it. You've got nothing to lose, you've only got some pain-free, you know, to gain. First one I had, it did work a bit, I didn't have much pain. Then I went to physio, did the exercises and stretches. That helped me become more mobile, but obviously it didn't get rid of the problem. I then had the second nerve root block, and that caused me more pain, and more different pain around my leg, rather than just down the right side on my right leg. And obviously then I was referred for a surgeon's opinion. And in my case, it was sorry, my voice is going. It was a choice of either staying the way I was or have surgery. So with the surgery and the nerve root blocks and the MRI scan, I kept phoning, pestering, asked to be put on the cancellation list for all of them. So to be honest, I think I did quite well, but it might have been a short time in effect, but it didn't feel like a short time for me. I did get my surgery pretty quick, to be honest, and I tell you, it is the best choice I made. I had all sorts of things going through my head, thinking that, oh, I need a fusion, I won't wake up, I'll end up paralysed. I had those and those worries, and yes, it's painful. There is going to be a recovery journey from anything from 6 to 12 weeks. Past 6 weeks, it depends what job you actually do now. So if it's a lot of driving or a lot of heavy lifting, then obviously it'll take you longer to recover. So that's one of my tips. Make sure you keep pestering. Don't let things lie. If you need it, you go out and get it. Eat healthy. Try and keep moving. Do not keep resting. It won't do you any favours. I rested before I had my first nerve root block done because I didn't know what else to do and I became in more pain. So don't rest. Obviously post-surgery, yeah, you need to rest, you need to get up, you need to walk around, do your exercises that you've been given post-surgery. Definitely important. Definitely important to try and eat healthy as much as you can. Post-op, before I had my surgery, I bought myself a Zimmer frame to push myself off the bed and being able to sit back down, take it to the toilet with me, take it to sit in the lounge. I don't walk with it outside though because it's just, you know, I'm too young to have a Zimmer frame. So I just keep it in the house. A grabber to grab things off the floor. I bought that before my surgery and that's a godsend as well, very much so. So if you drop anything, which I don't know if I've always dropped a lot of things, but since not being able to pick things up, I've dropped a hell of a lot of things. So that is another good tip. Buy one of them if you can afford one. If not, see if you can borrow one or ask the hospital if they can supply you with a Zimmer frame or a grabber. Buy yourself another pair of sports stockings because obviously you've got to wear them for 6 weeks. So you need to have one pair in the wash and wearing one pair so you don't end up having smelly feet. Yes, I do wash my feet. I've bought myself, it's like a feet scrubber. It sticks to the bathroom floor or into a bath, and then basically you rub your feet on it and it cleans your feet, and that is a very good invention. And it's brilliant now because I don't need to bend down to wash my feet. I can just rub my feet on the scrubber, which is brilliant. What else? While you are recovering post-op, it's great to have a TV in your room because you do get cabin fever. It starts to become very, very annoying that you can't do things. DVDs, linked up to Sky, Virgin, you know, Freeview, anything like that, so you can keep your mind active. Download some books on your Kindle or a magazine or books to help, obviously, you know, with your boredom. Keep going for walks around the house. If you've got friends or family, ask them to come over and visit you. Try and do little things with your children if you've got children. I mean, this morning was the first day I'd actually gone out in a car since I came home from surgery. You do need someone to help you in and out of the car, to help you sit down, and also to get yourself out of the car. You need support, help. Just don't push yourself. You need to do everything paced. I keep saying this in all my videos. It's very important. I don't know if I've got any more tips really. Just, it's best to keep organised. You know, try and organise yourself as much as you can before surgery. Although you're in a lot of pain, I was in a lot of pain. I've been in so much pain since the end of February, middle of February. So much pain I've never known. I've never known such pain exists like this. But obviously I'm now seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I can see myself getting better. I can feel myself getting better. And I am so pleased that I went for surgery. I'm so pleased because I never thought I would get out of this black hole. And obviously as an effect you do become depressed, like a reactive depression. And with me, I've had a lot of things that have happened this year, but I won't go into everything. From my father dying unexpectedly, trying to resuscitate him. I worked for a company who didn't pay me, who are, well, I can't really say on here, but I've got to take it to a tribunal. I worked for another company, which I'm taking that further because they sacked me. The start of this was by a person who did this to me. I can't say any more than that on that particular thing. I nearly lost my house and my car. I nearly lost everything. And with being in all this pain, you're just spiralling down and down and down. So for me, having the surgery, things are now becoming right. I'm now on my journey into recovery. And although I'm still in pain, obviously I've got incision pain, I'm still on the meds. I aim to start coming off the meds at week 4 or 5. First of all, off the meds for the quick release, the short tech, and then I will be coming off the long tech, OxyContin, slowly. And once I've finally come off both of them, then I'm going to start coming off the amitriptyline and the nerve pain tablets, because they're also there as an antidepressant. So I think if you've been through a lot of life stresses whilst in this pain, you know exactly how I feel, or I felt. I think that's it really. I'm doing a lot better. I was going to stand up for this video, but like I said, because I've had the strips off and bits on my back, so I thought it would be better to do this video lying down rather than standing up and being in a bit of pain or sitting down. Yeah, so that's it really. I hope I've helped someone out there, or just, you know, at least one person. Just have faith in yourself, have faith, and positivity that you will recover from this, you will get there. And then, you know, like if you think this time last year, so you're a year forward from this, for me, I will look back on this and think I was in so much pain a year ago and look where I am now. That's where I plan to be. I plan to be doing well in my career, be off my pain meds, be more educated. I plan to do my master's degree. I just plan to be anywhere but here, where I've been since September, and more so since February, March, because it's not been a nice journey. It's been horrendous. So I hope you do take something from this video. I try to share as much as I can. Sometimes I have to write things down like I have done, because I can't remember everything, because these tablets give me brain fog. And I will try to update maybe in another week, 3 weeks or a month, but I will do another video and I'll keep updating. Okay, if anyone does have any questions, you know, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a surgeon, but I have gone through this experience since September, and more so since February, March this year. And if I can try and help somebody, even if it's just some support or some encouragement, or you know, just to listen to somebody, to help them through what I've been through, then I will. Okay, so if you've got any questions you want to comment, you can do, and I'll get back to you. Okay, thank you, bye.